For this video I decided to play the maybots of chess.com. As you might know, chess.com releases new bots each month, and for this month we have pirate related bots. The first one is Polly, the parrot Captain Rook, pirate Zheng Yi Sao, and I have no idea who this is, and the William Davies Evans, who might be the inventor of the Evans gambit in the Italian game, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna play d4, something you will never see me do in serious games. I'm gonna play the C and D pawns together, and he plays the Nimzo Indian defense. That's interesting. I have no idea how to play this line, by the way. I think I should be developing the knight. I'm gonna pre-move capture, okay. I'm gonna play bishop to g5, just developing my pieces. Yeah, and already this is slightly dubious because I think in the Nimzo Indian you have to wait for them to poke at your bishop and then take. But fine, this is a terrible bot and I also expected to blunder the knight. Yeah, here we go. Okay, probably taking is the way. I don't want to allow g5. And I'm gonna try to win as fast as possible. Maybe I can actually play queen e2 and threaten a checkmate and rook at the same time. Okay, I'm pretty sure the bot just blundered. Yeah, it has to defend against the checkmate. And these bots, they typically are very good at defending against checkmates. That's what I noticed from playing them. And he doesn't even take my pawn because probably it sees that rook g1 is there. I'm just gonna take the second pawn and see where it brings me. Okay. I mean, castling can't be wrong. Oh, okay. Here, the 200 level kicks in. And now I'm gonna attack this pawn. Let's do this. Now he cannot, if he takes the knight, I can take the bishop as well. I'm not sure. I think I'm gonna do that. It doesn't matter at this point. As long as I don't blunder anything severe, should be completely winning. Okay. And it has to be checkmate. Wait a second, that's not a checkmate. This is a faster checkmate. Okay, I'm not even gonna take the pawn. And now I can pre-move queen f7, queen h7 check. And with that, we proceed to Captain Rook. Of course, I'm gonna be changing colors. So will he play c4? Yeah. Finally, my Benoni defense prep pays off. Okay, does it know? Okay, whatever that is not good. I think here I can also take once and then push d6. Okay, let's do that. I need to get a quick development. Those are captain-like moves, I don't know what that means. Probably he appraises my moves. Let's see if the Captain Rook knows the move a4. He doesn't. Instead, he blunders a full knight. I mean, I can trade because I'm winning. Alright. Queen b6. Yeah, these bots, the first 3 bots they generally suck. And then who can truly get me in trouble is the last or the one before last bot. They might be quite problematic to beat, especially on my level, but these ones, they are just trash. Now Rook of 2 is a threat. I'm gonna disallow the king from going forward. Okay, and this has to be a checkmate in a couple of moves. Okay, what's the fastest way? Check. King f1. Check king f1 and queen here. Okay. Now let's proceed to the pirate from Mexico for some reason. Okay, and it plays the French defense. What I usually play against the French is the advanced variation. And against queen b6, I like to play a3. But this should be bad. Okay, let's castle quickly. For some reason, he's not putting his queen on b6. Also, I don't really know a lot of theory in French, but I'm pretty sure if I can trade the bishop, that should be good for me. Or I can just take a free queen. He tries to cancel the move. And now again, I can just trade everything. For example, this move bishop d3. I think he has to trade because if he moves the knight, he will hang h7. Now I'm also gonna attack this pawn, although bishop h6 might be a problem. Knight x, no, there's knight takes f7, right? He sacrifices the rook, that's even worse. And now I really need to bring my pieces. My queen won't do anything on its own. How do I win here? Okay, let's play a4 to force the king to take, or... That is an interesting move. I'm just threatening a checkmate with b5, king a5, and knight b3, yeah. So that's why he sacrifices. Now I can bring another rook. The king has to go to c6 or take the pawn, but it doesn't matter. Just take the bishop and play queen d6. Okay, he survives for one more move. That's annoying. He even sacrifices the rook, but I don't think I'm gonna take it. Yeah, because this... Hold on. Queen b6, king c8. Where's my checkmate? Rook b6, king c8. Okay, let's just take the pawn and take the rook. That's the simplest way. Then I will also take the knight. This is not a stalemate. Has a bunch of moves. Now let's force the king back. And now this should be a checkmate. This bot is the second strongest. I'm gonna play again the setup. And actually, when they play knight f3, you can actually wait for them to play c4 to play the Benoni defense if you want. Yeah. So like this, it's also a Benoni defense. And this is already bad, because now the queen has to take, or the knight. And whatever takes. I can also play d5. But let me simply bring my bishop on a good diagonal. And already moving your queen more than once in the opening is not good. d5 should already be crushing. But let's castle. Now I can also play d6 to free the bishop and put my knight in d7 to put some pressure on this knight. Let's do that. Rook g1 is a brain-dead move, I would say. Queen b6. Oh, come on, I hung e7 and it didn't take it. Okay, I'm gonna play knight c6 and take back the queen. It's not taking. Okay then, will it blunder a fork? Okay, here we go. This bot is also trash. It didn't take my pawn in e7, now it blunders a fork. And by the way, if I play bishop f5, that might be a clean rook. There's g4, but something will have to take and deflect some pieces from the center. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna rescue my knight. Why give it away for a rook if I can just rescue it, right? And now I have to be winning in multiple ways. For example, by making the pawn break. Okay, he doesn't take. Which means I'm probably gonna play e6 and offer him to take on my terms. He's not taking it on my terms. Which means now bishop c2. Looks like it wins a pawn. I'm gonna take without even thinking. Now my rook infiltrates his position. This is another free pawn. I can also simplify and trade the rooks. But I think I'm gonna play a bit more aggressively. Let's just take and promote this pawn. I don't care. Okay, I completely forgot that that was hanging. He starts sacrificing pieces. I just move out of check and I promote a new queen. She says there is nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. But she's losing. Because I simply trade the rooks. Oops, promote a pawn. Maybe bishop f5 is gonna happen, no? Check. And unfortunately, queen h1 is not a checkmate. So I'm gonna try and trick him, but yeah, now king h4. That's a move. Oh, never mind, it's checkmate because when he takes, there's queen h1, queen h3. Oh my god, I forgot he could run there. Okay, let's simply take the bishop. It's not a stalemate, he has a lot of moves. Okay, and now it's about time you get checkmated, bozo. Check. King f4, knight g6, king g4. Where's my checkmate? Oh, here it is. Check. Oh, he has king f5. That's annoying. But checkmate is inevitable at this point. Check, check, and mate. Oh, no, not another game. Okay, so now I'm gonna play against the William Davies Evans, who is supposedly the inventor of the Evans Gambit, but I have no idea. He plays the Scandinavian defense. I'm gonna play knight f3 against it. That's what I typically play against Scandinavians. Now I want to play d4 to prevent e5. e5 happens anyway. It looks like a free pawn to me. Knight e4. Knight e4 has to be a bad move. What about bishop c4 now? Queen a5 doesn't look like it's a good move because I just block. Did this guy blunder on the like a fourth move or something? What happens if I just play bishop c4? Nothing. And he also hangs a fork. And I can also play queen f3, which might be even stronger. Queen f3, knight f6. I give him a fork. I think that's the way. Oh, but queen e3. I almost hung d4. Okay, I think there's nothing wrong with giving this fork, okay? Oh, this is what's wrong. Okay, but I think I can castle. It's not a fork. I completely forgot about queen f6. I just needed to castle first. Okay, and here I should be able to take the rook. Because then what happens is his knight is stuck in the center of the board, pinned to the king. And I think I can just utilize it. Yeah, now it's even worse. Well, isn't it a lovely day? Oh, my position is on fire. What the hell are these voice lines? Okay. I'm gonna take with the pawn, so he doesn't take my knight. And this is completely losing already. Should be at least. I'm up 1,000,000 points of material. I can also take this knight, but first I'm gonna rescue my rook. Okay, now he attacks my bishop. Doesn't seem like a big concern. Okay, I hope I can rescue my knight, which seems like I can. And I'm also looking for ways to trap his knight, which I currently don't see. But I like this little idea of rook f2 to go rook f8 and not allow his knight to move. That seems nice. I'm gonna take this knight because it's the only active piece. And now I'm gonna bring my own pieces. Rook b1 to not allow the king to cross the b file. Now I'm gonna rescue my knight and hunt down this pawn. Maybe even better is to put my knight on e5 and try to pressure this knight. But it doesn't work because the king is defending the rook now. Okay, now I'm gonna take the rook. Bring my knight. And all I need to do is just promote a pawn. Of course, it's winning in any way imaginable. Don't even have to take, but I will. He might sacrifice the knight on g6 because it was necessary not to allow my queen this early. But at this point, it doesn't matter. Because no matter what he does, I'm gonna win this pawn. I'm not even gonna take. I'm not even gonna rescue the knight because I have a4, a5. I can also defend my rook with a pawn. This is not a stalemate. And now what I'm simply gonna deliver a ladder checkmate.